From the John C. Hench Production Arts Studios in Peoria, Illinois, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Kayla Neitz and Kyle Penn. News with Aaron Morden and Danielle Kayimski, featuring your Midstate reporting team. Sports with Katrina Baumgartner. Get Real with Nikki Garabrandt. Stephanie Robbins is on the beat. State of the Arts with Brooke James. Rebecca Williams is in the spotlight. Anna Tassi takes us about town. And About Crew with Noel Mefford. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine. Take it away, kids.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Midstate Magazine. I'm your host, Ricky Hendon.
And I'm Melody Mercado. So, this weekend, New England's going to be hit with something I've heard they're calling it a snow hurricane.
Oh, wow.
And winds up to 70 miles per hour, which is good enough to categorize it as a Category 2 hurricane.
That is unbelievable. I do not want to be up in New England this weekend at all.
No, I feel really bad for them. And they're even supposed to get something called thunder snow. Really? Which is snow combined with thunder and lightning, which to me is like the apocalypse and would freak me out.
I mean, that sounds like something out of a video game, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds
That's
like...
wild.
I mean, they've already had 42.2 inches of snow, so, I mean, I hope that they'll stay safe.
Yeah, we'll keep our prayers out for them.
But now it's time to check in with the news team.
Good evening. Welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Aaron Morden.
And I'm Danielle Kayimski. Let's take a look at the news.
Ray Bradbury's historic home in Los Angeles was torn down last Friday, one of many vintage houses that have been destroyed in the past 2 years. Developers have been buying up the land and bulldozing middle-class houses to replace them with towering mansions that average over $2 million in price. Los Angeles residents are angry at the display of capitalism and argue that by bulldozing historical homes, the city will lose its diverse architectural style. For blossoming companies, however, the teardown is a welcome sign of the city's recovering economy.
A plus-size model for Sports Illustrated's 2015 swimsuit issue has many questions if 2015 will be the year of the plus-size model. Reactions to the initial release of the photos generated consist of consumers being shocked at the model being considered plus-size when she's only a size 12. Moshe Leniato, CEO of Swimsuits for All magazine, said she thinks the publicity will help shift the public's opinion more towards favoring curvy women. The recent release also caused a large spike in the followers of an Instagram account called F Your Beauty Standards, run by a plus-size model recently signed to a London modeling magazine.
A local child was given a robotic car built specifically for him by the Metamora Robotics Club on Saturday. The child, Ethan Marshall, has a rare terminal genetic disorder called paroxysmal biogenesis disorder, or BPD. It affects every major system of the body, including hearing and vision loss and physical delays. The Robotics Club spent 6 weeks designing and building the car. They also raised $500, which they donated to the Easter Seals Foundation.
A local charity group hosted a run and walk on the riverfront in honor of an East Peoria resident who died of pancreatic cancer. Combined with their last run and walk event, they have raised over $50,000 to date. All of the money they raised is being used locally, going to doctors and professors working in Peoria on a cure for pancreatic cancer.
A medical marijuana dispensary in Peoria aims to be opened by late July after Governor Rauner granted Illinois businessmen permission to sell medical marijuana. The shop, called Trinity Compassionate Care Center, will be on University Street near the Forest Hill Avenue intersection. It will offer a variety of options, including pills, oil, food, vapors, and plants. The Patient Care and Education Director assured the public that only patients and caregivers with doctors' prescriptions will even be allowed in the store.
Cold weather conditions are causing a vast decline in blood donations this winter season. Laura Wiggener has the story.
The American Red Cross provides about 40% of the nation's blood supply. Due to recent winter storms and the flu, blood supply has gone down immensely.
About 300 blood drives all across the country have been canceled as a result of bad weather. This has resulted in about 10,500 uncollected blood and platelet donations. Also, this winter, flu is widespread, which may be preventing people from coming to blood drives to donate or from keeping their donation appointments.
The Red Cross is responsible for a large amount of blood supply in the U.S.
The Red Cross needs to collect about 15,000 pints of blood every single day to help meet the needs of patients at 2,600 hospitals all across the country.
Blood donations can help a wide range of people in need.
One blood donation can potentially help save up to 3 lives. When someone comes in and donates, what they're donating is called a pint of whole blood. And that pint of whole blood can be broken down into 3 different components. So red blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Red blood cells can be given to surgery patients, trauma victims. Platelets can be given to cancer patients. Plasma can be given to burn victims, for example.
Signing up to donate is a simple process.
To find a blood drive near you and to make an appointment to give, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS, visit redcrossblood.org, or you can download the Red Cross Blood Donor app. Either one of those ways you can find a blood drive, you can see which blood drive is coming up, which one you want to sign up for, and make an appointment.
Donating blood is an easy and crucial thing to do.
When someone comes in, they're really potentially making a huge impact, because the 1 hour it takes to donate blood, you can potentially help save up to 3 lives.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Laura Wagodner.
Now let's go to Katrina for sports.
Thanks, Danielle. Domestic violence charges against Carolina Panthers defensive end Greg Hardy have been dismissed. With his accuser not making herself available to help with the case, prosecutors announced Monday. Hardy's appeal of his 2014 conviction was scheduled to begin Monday morning at the Mecklenburg County Courthouse, but his accuser, ex-girlfriend Nicole Holder, did not show up for the hearing. Prosecutors have been unable to locate Holder to issue her a subpoena, which would have compelled her to testify in the trial. Holder's civil attorney also has refused to assist prosecutors in locating his client. Dean Smith has passed away at the age of 83. The school said in a statement Sunday from Smith's family, the retired coach died peacefully at his North Carolina home Saturday night. He was the coaching innovator who won 2 national championships at North Carolina, an Olympic gold medal in 1976, and induction into basketball's Hall of Fame more than a decade before he left the bench. Smith had health issues in recent years, with the family saying in 2010 he had a condition that was causing him to lose in memory. He had kept a lower profile during that time. His wife, Linnea, accepted the Presidential Medal of Freedom on his behalf from President Barack Obama in November 2013. For the second time this season, Bradley point guard Tramique Sutherland is the Missouri Valley Conference Newcomer of the Week, according to an announcement from the league office Monday afternoon. A first-year junior transfer from Hill College, Sutherland averaged 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, while committing just 1 turnover in 76 minutes, as the Braves split a pair of 3-point decision last week. In Bradley's first game of the week, Sutherland scored a game-high 18 points and added 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and no turnovers in Wednesday's 62-59 loss to number 16 Wichita State. The 5'10" point guard again posted 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in Saturday's 56-53 win at Evansville. And he scored 8 of Bradley's final 10 points after the Braves rallied from a 17-point second-half deficit. That's all for sports. Back to you, Danielle.
Thanks, Katrina. Accommodation for people in wheelchairs have not been all that prevalent in academic buildings. Shayla Eddins has the story.
Bradley University is home to over 6,000 students, so getting to class every day can be a bit of a struggle, especially with the recent snowfall. But imagine dealing with all these factors while confined to a wheelchair. The icy, uncleared roads, heavy doors, and a clear lack of concern for those who simply can't walk around the snow pile led me to wonder, what's life like for a person at Bradley who's restricted to a wheelchair? While exploring the GCC, I noticed the doors leading into the bathroom were very heavy and lacking a handicap button for automatic opening. I decided to ask students to sit in a wheelchair and try and get into the restroom.
Hi, what's your name?
Casey?
Okay, so I'm gonna have Casey sit in this wheelchair and she's gonna try and get into the bathroom and I'm gonna time her and see how long it takes.
Oh man. Feel the momentum.
Okay, Casey, so what did you think of that little experiment?
It was pretty difficult. I was actually surprised. I didn't know that it would take that long and that much effort to get into the bathroom.
So hard.
After one student tried it out, I had some other people try as well, but all ended with the same outcome.
What did you think about that?
It was very difficult, and that'd be very annoying to do every day.
Do you think Bradley could do a better job of setting up this building and the campus for people in wheelchairs?
Yes, for sure. The doors were way too heavy for someone in a wheelchair.
So when exactly will Bradley step up and help out their students and faculty? That we may not know. From Midstate Magazine, I'm Shayla Eddins.
Well, I guess it is time they actually do something about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's all for News for the Week. I'm Katrina Baumgartner.
I'm Aaron Morden.
And I'm Teal Hayimski. Have a great night and be sure to join us next week.
Thanks, news team.
So, Melody, you know we love our stars in this country, and as such, we've got to talk about the Grammys, of course. So we started last week with our predictions on who we thought would win what awards, and how did we do with that?
I think we did pretty well across the board. Sam Smith and Beyonce walking away with numerous awards. But one thing we didn't see coming was Beck winning Album of the Year. Yes. Did not see that coming at all. I've actually never even listened to his music before.
I haven't really either, but I started doing a little research on like his album and everything, and he played a ton of instruments. Every instrument he played himself. He wrote every song himself, and so I guess he was deserving. But I think the most exciting part is how Kanye decided he was going to be a part of the ceremony once again.
Walked on, decided he had nothing to say, walk right back off.
Typical Kanye move. What do you expect? But now let's see who was interviewed for About Crew this week.
It takes a lot of preparation and people to make an episode of Midstate Magazine. The producer is the one who keeps everyone on track and on time.
I first tried out for Midstate my freshman year to be a camera operator, and then I eventually became a floor director. And then at the end of the semester, I got a call from the previous producer. She offered me the job to be the producer, and I was very interested.
Being the producer of Midstate is a full-time job for Ellie.
First, I make sure that the people send me their scripts every Monday night. I proofread them a little bit, and then I copy and paste them into Rundown Creator. And then I print off all the scripts, and then I make sure everything runs smoothly before each show.
But according to Ellie, all of that hard work is completely worth the effort.
Being around the TV environment and just being around the technology and the people, and I like producing a product.
And the experience she gains now will help her find work in the future.
It'll definitely help me put a foot in the door when I apply for a job at a TV station or a production company, because I will have that experience and the time management skills that are necessary for any job.
Taking you behind the scenes, I'm Jenna Amico.
Thanks.
So, I was listening to the news the other day, and I heard something very interesting about a miniature schnauzer. A little white dog, like probably like this big, really cute.
Okay.
Escaped from its house, and when a husband let the dog out, and this dog walked about 20 blocks to the hospital where the husband's wife was at because she was recovering from cancer surgery.
That is unbelievable. Like, how would the dog even know where to go? Like, it's just crazy.
It's crazy because you would think she traveled in a car to get to the hospital.
Okay.
So how did he even have the senses to be able to track her all the way there? And they have it on video of it entering the hospital.
It's unbelievable what animals can do sometimes.
Well, now let's go to Jackie on In the Spotlight.
Hi, I'm Jackie Myers, and this is In the Spotlight. The Grammys were this weekend, and all the hot music stars came out to celebrate. The show was hosted for the 4th consecutive time by rapper LL Cool J. Performances included Ariana Grande, Paul McCartney, Pharrell Williams, and a moving performance by Katy Perry where she brought awareness to the campaign It's On Us, which tries to bring an end to rape and domestic violence. Katy performed her song By the Grace of God while shadows danced behind her. Their performance was mesmerizing. The night wrapped up with an encore performance by Sam Smith with Stay With Me. Guardians of the Galaxy star Chris Pratt and Captain America star Chris Evans made a bet with each other over this year's Super Bowl game. The two bet the loser would have to reprise their superhero costume and visit a charitable organization in the other city. With the Patriots winning last weekend, loser Pratt dressed up as the Star-Lord and visited Evans Haven this week, a home for kids suffering from cancer. Evans was also there to greet the kids but wasn't in his Captain America gear. What a great cause. It's as if they're real-life superheroes too. NBC nightly news anchor Brian Williams has been suspended for 6 months without pay from the news desk after falsely reporting a war story where he claimed his helicopter was shot down in Iraq in 2003 earlier this week. Weekend anchor Lester Holt will be filling in for Williams until he comes back. Williams assures viewers when he comes back that, quote, "I will continue my career-long effort to be worthy of the trust of those who place their trust in us." We hope to see Brian back at the news desk soon. For In the Spotlight, I'm Jackie Myers.
Thanks, Jackie.
So, Melody, going back to one of our stories that we saw in the news segment earlier, you've had some thoughts about the plus-size model situation.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, when I saw how the Sports Illustrated and how that was considered a plus-size model, that blew my mind.
It's
because
crazy. It's crazy.
I think for standards now, I think people would probably think she looked fit or in shape or a little bit thin than, obviously different thin than what supermodel thin is,
Yeah,
but
of course.
I thought that was just ridiculous.
I mean, if you're going to call that plus size, like, what are you going to call, you know, anyone who's above that? Like, really?
Yeah,
Come
and she
on.
was a size 12. And I have to say, like, anything above a size 12 is, what is that considered now?
Oh, wow, it's just unbelievable. But let's see what Chardonnay cooked up for us this week in Let's Eat.
We're here at Peoria's very own Jalapenos, where they're known for authentic Mexican food, great margaritas, and a good time. So, let's eat.
Jalapenos is located on University in the Metro Center. Established in 1999, it is the oldest Mexican restaurant in the Peoria area, and it's a family business.
This is my wife Nora and me. Won the Taste of Peoria 2 years in a row, a couple years ago, so that's really big for us. My daughter works here, my wife, my in-laws run the restaurant, and it's like a family. Everybody, even the guys that work here are like family to us. They've been working for us for a long time.
Jalapenos has lunch specials Monday through Friday, but most of all, they are known for their drink specials.
Our big days are Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We do like half-price margaritas.
Besides great food and drink specials, they recently added a new feature that makes it unlike any other Mexican restaurant in town.
Tableside guacamole. This is only done in big cities like Chicago, LA, New York, so we decided to bring it to Peoria. What it is, it's a nice little cart. We walk to table, ask them if they want a tableside guacamole, and if they do, we crack the avocado open and make them a nice, fresh batch of guacamole. The only guys in town doing it, so we feel special about it.
This is so good. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Let's Eat. Join us next week.
Thanks, Chardonnay. You know, Melody,
That looks so good.
I think we might have to make a trip there, like, as soon as possible.
That sounds amazing. I am in love with guacamole. It's the love of my life, and I think I'd be pretty set if I had a big bowl like that sitting right in front of me.
I could just keep one of those bowls, like, in my house at all times.
Next to your bed when you
right
wake
up. Right next to my bed every morning. But speaking of food, I saw an interesting article about 3D printing. So we've been able to 3D print, like, metal things and medical supplies for a long time, but now they've been able to 3D print food, and I am in love with that. So much so, yeah, food. Like, so for example, what they printed was a pizza using this, what they call bio ink, so they can literally make anything now, and it was pretty good. So, but
let's check out the latest music with Anna on the Beat.
Hi, I'm Anna Tassi with On the Beat. Just in time for Valentine's Day, the Queen Bee herself is back and better than ever. Beyonce released her new Platinum Edition album, which includes the singles Drunken Love, XO, Partition, Pretty Hurts, and her latest single, Flawless. As of November 2014, the album has sold over 5 million copies worldwide and was praised as one of the greatest albums of our decade. Despite being released at the end of the year, it was ranked the best album of 2014 by Billboard, Houston Chronicle, and Los Angeles Times. Beyoncé's Platinum Edition album contains 2 CDs, 2 DVDs, bonus tracks, and live visual performances. She also includes many artists including Jay-Z, Kanye West, Drake, Frank Ocean, Pharrell Williams, and even Nicki Minaj. Beyoncé's largest hit, Drunk in Love, featuring her husband, Jay-Z, was actually a follow-up to her older song, Crazy in Love, and ended up being #2 on Billboard's Hot 100 songs. Even the music video for her single, Drunk in Love, which was influenced by Beyoncé and Jay-Z's love life, ended up winning Best Collaboration at the 2014 MTV Music Awards. For On the Beat, I'm Anna Tassi.
Thanks, Anna. You know, speaking about entertainment, SNL is having their 40th anniversary show on Sunday.
I've heard about that.
And it's going to be 3.5 hours long.
Oh my God.
Full of, you know, old hosts from the show and like new hosts that they've had coming in that people have loved, like Emma Stone and Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon. And I'm so ready for this.
Don't forget Will Ferrell, one of the greatest comedians of all time. So
I am so excited for this.
Super pumped. I don't watch it as much anymore, but I love the old skits. So when they have these reunion shows, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing.
I think one host that never lets me down is Justin Timberlake. He's hosted the show 5 times, and every single time is just amazing and hilarious.
Absolutely. So let's go to Jacqueline and see who our special guest is on State of the Arts.
Hello and welcome to State of the Arts. I'm Jalen Cook. Our guest tonight, Jarrett Lindsay, is one of Bradley's own. He's a double major in psychology and philosophy. In his spare time, he's the conductor of the St. Mark's Church Choir, and he will soon become a married man by April. Welcome to the show, Jarrett.
Hey, thanks.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
It's good, it's good. So by your bio, it sounds like you're a busy guy recently.
Yeah.
How are you managing all of that?
That's a good question. You got to get up and you do the things that you need to do, and then there's some things that you want to do, and those don't always get done. But it's all very beautiful. Yeah.
All right. When did you start conducting the church choir at St. Mark's?
That's a good question. I started last semester. The guy who kind of got it off the ground just had to leave because he graduated, and so I sort of took it over and been doing that ever since.
Awesome. So what exactly, what's it like, you know, I see the conductors up there, you know, they're moving around and everything. How does it, do you ever just get really into the moment and just kind of start going all out, or do you keep the pace pretty calm?
Yeah, you know, I think conducting at Mass is a little bit different because it's not, the focus isn't all on us. It's on what's going on the altar. So I wish I could say that it's something else. But.
Awesome. Well, the stage is yours, so take it away when you're ready.
Thanks. Thank you. I have climbed highest mountains. I have run through the fields only to be with you. Only to be with you. I have kissed honey lips, felt the healing in her fingertips. It burned like fire, this burning desire, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I believe in the kingdom come, when all the colors they bleed into one, bleed
bonds and you loose my chains. Carry the cross of my shame, of my shame. And you know I believe it, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Awesome, man. That was great. Thanks for sharing with us tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck with the wedding upcoming, too. Awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for State of the Arts. Join us next week to see more talent from the Peoria area. For State of the Arts, I'm Jalen Cook.
Wow, that was wonderful. Thanks, Jalen, not Jacqueline. I apologize about that. Maybe we'll add that one to the blooper reel later on.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I guess lastly, it is Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. By the time our viewers see this, it would have passed already. But do you have any special plans for Valentine's Day this year?
This is it. I'm just wearing this pink shirt. That's all I got.
Repping the pink and the red and the...
You know, I'm single, so I might watch some Netflix, eat some chocolate.
Eat some pizza,
yeah.
Some chocolate,
Cry
all
my
to
worries
yourself.
away.
Buy yourself some roses.
No, I mean, I'm not sure yet, but what about you?
Well, you know, I'm not sure. Also, my boyfriend hasn't told me what we're doing yet, so.
Okay.
I mean, I think one awesome idea for Valentine's Day would be to go skydiving. I've never been skydiving, but I just think what better way to celebrate the Day of Love than to jump out of an airplane? So
absolutely.
I think that'd be so much fun.
I mean, you could do a lot worse. I mean, so you're a thrill seeker then?
Yes, I am a thrill seeker.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, that's all for Midstate Magazine for this week. I'm your host, Ricky Hendon.
And I'm Melody Mercado. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.